G'day swingers, welcome back to the channel. I'd like to firstly just say thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. Last week I officially hit 500 subscriptions, so I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who's clicked and subbed across. Much appreciated. Today I'm out in a little location here, just a random little spot. Back's really not too great at the moment. I got the old man limp, like a 65-year-old man limp. It's not good. But we're going to get out for a little session here. I'm going to do an uncut 15 to 20 minute session. No idea what's here at all. But what I'm going to do is going to turn the detector on. I'm not even going to cut the video. I'm going to turn it on and run you through the settings, and then we're going to find some targets, dig them live, and do about 20 minutes or so of that and just see what we can find. Just to sort of give you a bit more of a pointer of, how to find targets, how to dig them, how to locate them, all that sort of stuff. So let's get to it. Sorry, I'll be a bit wobbly for a second. Just get you onto the backpack. As you can see, Equinox 800 there, rear and ready to go. Just got to grab the headphones. So I always suggest, very first thing you do, just point you down a bit more. Turn your headphones on first until you hear that sound. Once you hear that sound, then you can turn your machine on. But because I'm going to do all this live, I'm going to do it with the speaker today. Now, it is a little bit harder. It's not that bad for an experienced detectorist, but always remember to remove your rings, especially on one hand, so you can at least do what you're doing. It is a little bit hard sometimes because you can't actually hear the grunts that the machine is giving you, saying that it's iron targets or it's rubbish. So I'm just going to put my belt on first. So I've got a tough belt. It's padded, adjustable, and you can get pouches that actually clip straight onto the side of them. They're absolutely awesome. You can literally push this tab, it slides off. So if you need to easily detach it, just at Bunnings Warehouse, absolutely awesome designs. You can get different varieties of pouches. I have this one and I have a prospecting one too. Anyway, enough chit chat. I'm going to get stuck into it. Like I said, no cuts today. I'm going to show you all this live, just so we can get a bit of a feel of how to actually detect from scratch. So, turn the machine on firstly. Now the Equinox is a bit funny with the power button. You've got to hit it the right way. So, turning it on first. Right, so it's turned on. As you can see, I'm still in prospecting mode, so I'm just going to click the button until I get across to field 1, which is my preferred settings. I'm going to hit all metal, so I'm going to open the screen up. First thing I'm going to do is go in and click noise cancel. That's selected a channel, so then I'm going to go to the next one, which is ground balance. I'm going to hold that in. Just give a bit of a pump, and as you can see, it's ground balance now. I already have auto tracking on, which that'll hold anyway. So actually, no, it's turned off. I think that's because I clicked that. Volume anyway, I probably should go back to that because I need to turn that up a bit more. You should be able to hear that. I'll turn it down. I don't want everyone hearing what I'm doing. Threshold's always on 10. I always have 5 tones, not dealing with too much then. Accept and reject, that's my normal coin shooting program, but I'm just opening up the field today just to show you what it's like to do it normally. And swing speed is now on 4, just because I'm going to swing a little bit faster than I normally do. Hold that in, and you go into the iron bias or the FE. I have that on 0, and I also have, I always do that, and again click that button and it goes to F2. I have that on 0 as well. I adjusted that up to 2 on both of those, and yeah, I didn't quite like the way it was reacting. It was blocking out too much. So anyway, so now as you can hear, it's a bit chatty. Sensitivity's on 25, so just back it off. Notice how the threshold just went really quiet. You can just hear a very light hum. That's perfect. So now anything that we swing over is going to jump out. So I'm basically, as you can see, not swinging too fast at all. We've got 10 or 11 in there. It's down deep, so curiosity's killing me here. As you can see, the indicator here, 4 bars, that's roughly about 6 or 7 inches. So we're going to investigate. I apologise if it gets a bit blurry or jumpy, but to be expected doing live digs. So I've cut half a circle, not a full circle, and I'll flip that over. I'm going to grab out a pinpointer. Now, pinpointer, always turn it on, holding it to the ground, and hold the power button in until you hear, oh sorry, don't do that, turn it on and hold it until you hear the third beep, which I think it already happened. It just basically ground balances the actual pinpointer. So as you can see, there's a tight pinpoint here, so I'm just going to grab the handy dandy little shovel, pop in beside it, not directly at it, and try and pop it out gently. And as you can see, we popped it out straight away, and it looks like just a piece of lead. Piece of lead shooting. Oh, first target down. So, double check the hole. Target's gone. Now, don't just assume you've actually got the target. Always be sure to double check that plug, because I only pinpointed in the hole, remember? So, it's not giving me anything. Double check the hole, it's not giving me anything. So, we simply flip the plug back over. Fortunately, it's a bit dry at the moment, so that's detached. I won't dig too many deep holes. I've learnt my lesson now. And simply, I just give it a stomp back in towards the hinge. As you can see, just with a stomp, you'd never really know I actually dug a hole there. So anyway, let's continue on. And I'm just going to cherry pick, listen for high targets like that. That could be a florin. I'm thinking florin or shilling, maybe penny. Alright, so just to help flip it over, what have we got? Move the shovel right away. Alright, so as you can hear, that deer is full sensitivity. I always usually run them full sensitivity, it just helps you to find the targets a bit easier. And then if you find it like that sideways but you can't really lock onto it, point it in. You can hear it's in there a bit more. So, and I always have it on vibrate, not sound. Which, to do that, negative and turn it on. As you heard, that's vibrating now, not making the sound. I find through videos it's quite irritating when I watch other YouTubers and I hear it. Unfortunately, that's just a bit of foil by the looks of it. Yep. So we'll just double check again with the detector. Still in the hole, so we need to actually go a bit deeper. I'm not going to dig too many holes here tonight, it's a bit dry. We are expecting rain tomorrow, thankfully, 5 to 10 mil, so it won't hopefully die off too much. I'm going to be careful and cut back in on the angle here, give it a good stomp. I'm just jimmying out a bit more ground just to open it up and see if we can't find the target. There we go. practically right on top of it now, so can we see it in the hole? No. Oh, yes I can. It's a penny. So, unfortunately, I didn't pinpoint that 100% and I hit it, which I should use the pinpointer, but I generally just cut the plug and it's usually smack bang center. But not this time. 1951, very common year, so well. Now, as I said, always double check your holes, because I've had spills many a times. I've had 3 florins in a hole. I've had 7 silver coins in one hole. I've had multiple double thrip spills. You just never know what's coming out. So, to repair the hole, I just sort of patch it in like that, get it roughly in. If I've had to dig more out, give it a thump in my hand, and even that, as you can see, can't really tell. Give it a thump, it's all gone. Right, so clip you back on, grab my handy dandy shovel and my handy dandy big shovel. So as you can see, there is some old stuff here. Now I was hoping it was going to be older stuff, because ninjas found a location like this, and apparently they used to have gatherings and barbecues there quite regularly. The whole street would get involved. So yeah, I'm hoping for something interesting. You can hear that iron grunty sound to it, but it's got the low numbers. Alright, so to pinpoint, unfortunately, if it locks onto it'll lock onto a number. So you need to find the number it wants to hit. As you can see now, it's locking onto a number. So just about right there, in the very front of the coil, pretty much about there. Sorry, balance is shocking at the moment due to my back. So a bit of a wider berth, pop it up. Not going to go too deep, just because it's not a very deep target. I do see some rubbish there. That's probably actually my target. I should have checked that, it was quite loud in the first place. I'll double check anyway before I fill it in. Nope, there is still a target there, especially in the plug. So, just a pinpoint again. Flip the plug back over sometimes if you need to, just to be safe. And it's not there, so sometimes if it's a small target you need to actually break that up just a little bit to get the probe in. See? Now I can pick it up because I'm getting in there. For some reason I can't pick it up from the surface, but I can pick it up from opening it up that way. So as you can see, oh sorry, piece of red wire, and that's why I couldn't pick it up from the surface, because it's a very, very small thin target. So let's keep swinging. Now this is one of the reasons why I have success, because I do dig these targets thinking it could be something valuable, like that gold ring on my finger. That's an actual metal detecting find. This one right here. So you just never know what you're going to dig up. Sometimes you just got to investigate the targets just to be safe. See, I thought that was a ring pull when I dug that ring out, and then I was surprised when it stuck to the end of my little hand shovel and seen a gold ring attached to the end of it. Okay, so because now I want to go to coin shoot mode, I've already knocked off all the numbers, so all I have to do is hit the horseshoe, and that takes me back to 13 and above. I just want to see what coins are here. So now I can just scan 19, so that's usually pull tabs. Just try and locate it 100%. So you can hear it's that on that line. Rotate 90 degrees. So that's how I pinpoint. I don't worry about doing that because you can just simply do so by crossing it over. Apologies for the shaking, but cut the plug, it's very hard to keep the camera still. I'm hoping for a little 6p. 50% variety, I'm guessing, if it is. It's just in the plug there somewhere. It's probably just a ring pull, but which actually it's not. It appears to be some sort of little I reckon that's off a handbag. That's a magnetic catch for the, so it would click into that, the male part would click into that was attached to the bag. I'd say that's what that is, but see, you just never know what it is. Let's keep swinging. Trash is in the pouch. Flip the plug back over. Make sure you turn your pinpointer off, you don't want to waste the battery on that. Plug on. That's very possibly Ninja saying, how you going? That's a richer target, so we're going for that one. Again, just half a circle. That's all you need. Unfortunately, that one broke a bit more than I'd like. Ground's dry, so I can't help that, but I'm not going to dig too many holes. Is that silver I just seen? Don't think so, actually. Somewhere in there, so we're going to punch in nice and wide. Get down deep and pop. Hopefully that didn't actually scrape it. Okay, it's actually more on the sidewall. So I'm going to jimmy into the sidewall. Getting as far as I can. And pop it. And I'm trying to go right around it, not towards it. And this time, as you can see, it's just a big bit of copper pipe. Screw end. Alright, let's keep swinging. Hopefully we can find another coin before we wrap this up. As I said, just going to do a short sort of session today. One take, one go. You get to see everything properly that way and actually understand how to go about it and understand how I find quite a lot of goodies. And people don't know I've been there. Come on, where's a nice rich target? Sorry, it seems my camera actually cut out there. I don't know when it cut out, but yeah. Anyway, carrying on. I'll just continue on like nothing ever happened. Alright, now notice how I step back to swing into it and away. Sometimes I find 18s, especially in my area, generally pipes. You can get a sort of a, there we go. See how there's a line? There's a pipe running through there. This kills me all around my area because they're good target numbers as well. People knock them off. But I found a gold ring that was 18, 19, 20, 21, which is what I'm wearing. And I found plenty of 50% silvers also ringing up between 16 and 18. So yeah, never knock those numbers off. Come on. Where's the silver? Oh, did I say that just in time? Please tell me I said that just in time. Could be at 1 cent. Numbers are around that, but we will find out together. Instead of me finding out and showing you later, you get to see it all straight. And there we go. It's a shilling. You just seen that live dig. I just called silver. See, this is the sort of luck I have. I call it and it happens. And you just seen that live. I literally called for silver and live dig. Booyah! I'll happily take that. No bloody problems. So I'm going to give it a live clean because I'm chuffed as. I am happy as. Now the greening on that tells me there may be another one in there. So the corrosion sometimes. Look at that. There's a thrip. So always look at the coins. Don't just assume that because you've got your coin in your hand, that's it. Because you just seen that live. I just pulled a spill live on camera. All because of that little green dot. And as you can see, there it is on there. So if they are sitting on top of each other, the corrosion can actually create a little green spot. So if you ever see it, double check your hole. Always double check them. Well, I'm pretty happy to call it here actually. I'm going to have a bit of fun myself here and see what I can find. Because, yeah, I think we're about 18 minutes or so worth of footage now. And yeah, I already found 2 silvers in a spill, so I'm going to have a bit of fun. I'll get back to you when I get home. I won't be too long, I think. Alright, just got a target. You can see it's just dropped right out in the shovel here. There's the impression. 17 target. Okay, number 453. Got some writing there. Oh, that brought it up nicely, didn't it? No, I pressed too hard. Don't do that. Damn it. Ampol Motor Oil, Australian owned, and I just killed it. Swinging on. Well, I'm pretty sure I just found another silver, a little thrippence. Solid 15-16. You want to budge from that? In fact, yeah, it's a thrip. Look at that impression. I didn't even look at that. So, as you can see from that photo, yeah, it's definitely a thrip. I'm going to pluck it out live. You see, on my finger, in my fingernail, nice little silver thrip. 15-16 for the 50%ers. Always 15-16. You can sometimes get them down to 14, but yeah, don't ever write them off as a ring pull, because that was a solid 15-16. In fact, I'll even show you with the detector. So look at this. Solid 16 out of the ground, but in the ground, 14, 15, 16, you can get it any day. Never write off those ring pull targets. That could be a nice little 50% thrip. Swinging on. Alrighty, swingers. So, as you can see, I've just gotten home. I haven't even bothered cleaning them, just to show that they are still the dirty coins out of the ground. As you can see here, I managed to find that spill, which was awesome to get live on camera. I even called for it, and it just bam, right on cue. 1952 shilling and a 1949 thrippence. Excuse the dirty hands, I've only literally just walked in the door and I'm doing this wrap up. As you can see, it's got the green spot on the back there as well. One sitting there and one sitting just there. Sorry, I can't see with the holder I've got on my camera. And the second thrip was a 1951, so not too bad. Unfortunately, as you can see, I pushed that way too hard trying to rub the face clean, and yeah, you gotta be careful with copper, it can break pretty easily. I managed to find a 1920 Commonwealth penny. They got the 51 Roo penny, which I hit at the very start. 1946 Roo half penny, the 20-cent piece, and of course a couple of brown buggers. I got two 2-cent pieces. All in all, not a bad little session. I hope you enjoyed that, something a little bit different. As I said, full live session, so Hope you learned a little bit from that. If you have any questions, chuck them in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them. Until next time, good luck and happy swinging. See you later.